having any kind of political power. And he is incredibly short-sighted in so many ways. And he was kind of a source of unmitigated shame to the people of Texas that were invested in him during his brief stint at a shot at trying to be president. Did not go well. But what was interesting is Texas Governor Rick Perry was spotted cruising around Los Angeles in a Tesla. Sort of making a very public overture of the fact that he was driving around in a Tesla, and people like, the joke's on him, that idiot is driving around in a Tesla, but what he doesn't seem to realize is the law in his own state forbids Teslas from being sold in Texas. And look, there's so much oil money in Texas, places like Houston, where, there's people that just collect ridiculous trinkets because they have so much effing money and the cost of living in Texas is so low that, man, if you put a Tesla dealership in the middle of Houston, it would be sold out constantly. And people are like, he's such an idiot. He doesn't even realize there's a law in Texas that forbids Teslas from being sold in Texas. But that's not the point. What he was trying to do was he was making overtures to the company of Tesla saying, hey, Texas, with our lack of regulation and our freedom to do things to get jobs done and generate money and generate product, because of the lack of regulation in Texas, we would be a great place for you to manufacture the batteries for your car. And that's what he was doing. And ultimately, people called him out for being a hypocrite. People called him out for so many things. And justifiably speaking, he can be defined as a dictionary definition of a moron in many, many cases. But what he was doing was he was trying to bring industry, commerce, and jobs to the people of Texas. He was really, in a way, doing the very best thing possible for his state. And people chastise him like you wouldn't believe for it. But when you look at his motives in that particular instance, they're pretty pure and pretty well thought out. And I was like, man, that's the thing. Things aren't always black and white. It's not always left and right. You can't dismiss somebody completely because, it goes to show that there's always a flip side to whatever conversation you're having, especially in the political arena. Like I said, there's no black, there's no white. There's a whole lot of gray. And in the gray is often the area where you're going to find the truth. And that's where we live here on this show, in the gray. And we'll get into Tesla in just a little bit. Right now, though, let's finish up the news, Funkhouser.
A man was awarded $2,400 after he broke his dentures on a crouton at Pizza Hut.
Yeah, restaurant apologized. I think they said the crouton was so hard because the last time anybody ordered a salad at a Pizza Hut was around 1984. Do you like the Pizza Hut salads? Do you like Pizza Hut?
Me.
I think it goes back to my childhood of when we got to go out for pizza as kids. And
I like Shakey's. Shakey's is the best.
Yeah, a lot of people I know really prefer Shakey's over anything else, but I like Pizza Hut. I really do. I think it goes back to the childhood memory, but they're deep dish pizza and something about the Pizza Hut marinara sauce. Look, clearly it's not gonna hold up to I don't know, Mama Napoli's or something like that, or whatever has been made by an ancient Italian woman in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, that has been working on the sauce since 6 a.m. this morning. But the tomato sauce, and I love tomatoes. Anything I can, pasta, bread, bruschetta, anything that's a vehicle for delicious tomatoes is something I am all about. And I have to say that the marinara sauce at Pizza Hut that you get with the breadsticks, delicious, absolutely delicious.
I can second.
And last time I went there, I ordered a salad. I guess I had a narrow escape from not cracking my tooth on a fossilized crouton. What else?
An Indiana pizza parlor is refusing to cater gay weddings.
But it's always been my dream to serve pizza at my wedding, replied 0 gay people ever. I don't think the policy is actually going to affect any gay couples, however, since none of them eat fat or carbs. So I think they're okay. It's just the principle of the thing. I actually, in these particular instances, I wind up feeling bad. Look, obviously, it's a horrible practice, and it's incredibly short-sighted, and it's awful, and it's bigoted, and it's all of the above. But I wind up feeling bad for the people that own the pizza parlor, or those that company that went out of business because they wouldn't make a gay wedding cake. All these places that are turning down money and are getting their businesses into trouble, and excluding portions of the population and then excluding further portions of the population are like, you bigoted a-holes, I'm not eating another slice of your pizza no matter how delicious it is. They're shooting themselves in the foot. And why? Well, they don't want to make a pizza for a gay wedding. They don't want to make a cake for a gay wedding because according to whatever psychotic preacher that is at the hate-filled church that they've been going to ever since they were a kid, and they were brainwashed and indoctrinated into thinking that gay people were in some way bad or sending us all to hell, and indoctrinated into thinking that it was a lifestyle as opposed to an orientation. Those people that are naive and bigoted enough to have been taken in from an early age by whatever hateful preacher at the church they go into. If you're that stupid, then you've been brought up to believe that by making a pizza for a gay person, you're offering them a tacit approval of their gay relationship. And it says in the Bible you can't do that. So if you are helping them get married, you're helping them commit sin, and you're going to HE double hockey sticks. If you are dumb enough to believe that you're blowing it with God by making a pizza for a gay couple, I feel that you're a loser and an idiot of such epic and tremendous proportions that all I really have for you when it comes down to it is sympathy. If you're that dumb to think making a pizza for a gay couple is going to blow it with God and you're going to hell, then you must live in a very fearful and small way as you make your way in the world. And ultimately I'm just left with sympathy for you. What else?
Proms now cost close to $1,000.
Yeah, wise up, teenage boys. A hooker would cost a fraction of that. And she's guaranteed to put out, with or without dinner.
Sometimes you just know you're done. You're longing for that shining sun. You walk these streets most every day. You're waiting to get washed away. Time won't stop, but I'll stop time to run away and make you mine. I'll take you where you wanna be. I'll make you love me so you'll see. You just wanna be washed away sometimes. Wanna be washed away sometimes. Washed away sometimes. Wanna be washed away sometimes. Sometimes you just wanna go a place where no one you know knows. I wish I could take you there and find you flowers for your hair. Sometimes I wanna be washed away sometimes. Just wanna be washed away sometimes. Wanna be washed away sometimes. Come with me. Come with me.
Fascinating subjects, interesting talk, and boobs and fart jokes. AD on iHeartRadio.
Yeah, oh, let's go. Talking that mess, better act like you know. Oh, let's go tonight. Walk away, punk, yeah, bitch. That's right, I know this. You're nothing but a punk, bitch. You're nothing but a punk, bitch. So walk away, yeah. You've been talking about me for a while.
All right, then, Funkhouser, 3 pieces of news. And then let's wrap it up and get on to the April Fool's prank that made Tesla a lot of money.
Yesterday was National Walking Day.
Right. Or as the average American called it, Wednesday. Americans have problems participating in National Walking Day just because we're so freaking fat. It would mean hiring an additional person to walk behind us playing the tuba for comedic effect. Yeah, no. Go on.
Nigerian President Goodluck Jonathan?
Yeah.
That's
cool
his name there.
right?
Good. Yeah. He has lost his bid for re-election.
Oh. Time for a name change, I guess.
Better luck next
Good
time,
luck,
Jonathan.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Too bad. I guess we can just call you Jonathan now. Bad luck, Jonathan. That's a cool-ass name. I want to be called, like, Good Luck AD or something. I wonder.
No, you don't.
No? Oh. Have you always been funkhouser in your radio career? Have you always gone by funkhouser on the
variation of that? Yeah. And only recently I've been going by the real first and last, the government name.
The government name? Now, okay, like, funkhouser is a cool-ass name. Before I knew I was going to be working with you, I was already thrilled because I was like, I get to have a funkhouser in my life. And Larry David has a funkhouser in his life on Curb Your Enthusiasm. So it was a win-win. A, cool-ass name. B, makes me more like Larry David. Anything that makes me more like Larry David is a good thing as far as I'm concerned. But do you find that lately, as you mature and grow into someone that maybe is looking for a little bit more weight and respect to be attached to his name around the office, it's behooved you to go by Barry instead of funkhouser?
Yeah, I'm going by first and last because saying the full name always gets a rise out of people. And in these trying times where we're trying to make millions of dollars in the world of broadcast entertainment, a good familiar name is king. Or it's Funkhouser.
Funkhouser. I don't know. I like Funkhouser, but I 100% understand the. Are you one of those people that when you introduce yourself, do you use your first and last name? Hey, how you doing, Barry Funkhouser?
Sometimes it depends on who I'm introducing myself to. You know, it depends on the realm I'm in.
Using the first and last name is something that it's weird because I've never done it because I think it takes a certain amount of arrogance and hubris to do it. And this is not casting aspersions on you when you do it. It's just the weird space my mind occupies sometimes where I felt like if I was just, to use my first and last name, I'm like, who cares? Who do you think you are? You're not a first and last name person. You're a nickname person. That's all you ever have been. That's all you ever will be. Who are you to use your last name when you introduce yourself to someone like it's going to matter to them ever? And that's what I think when I was like, no, it's such a.
Usually,
and then when other people give me, like, if you came up to me and said, "Hi, Barry Funkhouser, good to meet you," I'd be like, "Oh, that's a classy ass dude." I think it's one of those things that works for other people, not for me.
Yeah, most of the time it's somebody introducing me to somebody else, so I don't have to say my name, but my name is said, and then there's the wave of, whoa, that's an interesting name, and then that usually happens in the handshake. Yeah, nice to meet you. I am that. So yeah.
If, say you were meeting the president of Nigeria or former president of Nigeria.
Good luck, Jonathan. Barry Funkhouser. Nice to meet you.
Exactly. So, if does it make your response, the first and last name, if they started off, if he was like, hey, good to meet you, I'm Good Luck, you would be like, oh, nice to meet you, I'm Barry, or I'm Funkhouser.
Yeah,
typically. Like I met Reba. She shook everyone's hand in the room that we were in after I bothered her. And she's like, hi, Reba. And I'm like, hello, Barry. Nice to meet you. So, it's usually just, piggybacking what they say.
But hers is another thing where it's like, hi, Madonna. Hi, Cher. I just go by one name now. Sometimes, dropping the surname, if you will. Sometimes dropping the surname is that in itself is an act of arrogance. If you go, hi, Reba, there's another Reba on the face of the planet that matters. There's not, so we can just skip the formality of the last name. Reba. That's me. As opposed to, hi, Reba McEntire. Interesting. So much wrapped up in a name. A name is such a powerful thing. Remembering someone's name. You ever read that book, How to Win Friends and Influence People?
No, huh? Heard a lot about it.
See, the title of it is so unbelievably, unmitigatedly draconian and sleazy sounding. How to Win Friends and Influence People. It's just like, oh, God. But then a buddy of mine who I really, really respect was just like, it's such a good book, dude. You have to read it. And I was like, okay. And so I read it. And it's basically just an entire book of it's nice to be nice to people. Like, you want to be, like, I think the thing that resonated the most for me in that book, like, the title is awful, just dissuades me from everything. But the best piece of advice that I got in that